Hey everyone, today's video is going to be a little bit different. We are going to be highlighting the things that we have already done and going over some frequently asked questions to make sure that you guys are aware of all that stuff. I don't want to overload you with work. I know some of you guys are chomping at the bit and you've just gone through all that we've offered very, very quickly. But for some of you guys, you need a break. We've been pretty active in band class and we don't want to overwhelm you. Also, we have some projects that are still going on. I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. So, first question. If I did not get my instrument from the instrument pickup day, what are my options? I talked to Mr. Elliott this morning. He is talking to the people at the Central Administration Building, and we are seeing what we can do about that. Unfortunately, we have to be very, very cautious about when people can get in the school, who gets in the school, all that stuff, because everyone's at risk of carrying the COVID-19 virus. So it's being worked on. I'll give you more information when I know about that. Okay, couple of quick recaps over the assignments in case there are any that you missed or you had questions about how to do them. Number one, the first video assignment we had, well, the very first assignment that we had out of anything was the Bellin books that went out the Sunday before April 5th. And those are still available on Google Drive, along with a pacing guide of how fast you should be working through those books. I've talked with a few of you as you've been working through them, and you guys are making pretty good progress on those. Again, if you're a 7th or 8th grader, you should be able to get all the way through that book with no problem. If you're a 6th grader, I think lesson 24 is where we said we'll get you caught up about where you need to be by the end of the year. So keep a lookout on that. Second thing we had a video on Chrome experiments to make your own songs at home. If you haven't seen that, you can go back through the Remind or the Facebook page, Kerr Middle School Bands, and the Remind code is at Kerr Bands. So get on there and look through that. Chrome Experiments is basically a music sequencer and drum machine that allows you to program different songs. It's super easy. It's all, if you're on a touchscreen, you just touch the different things. If you're not on a touchscreen, you just go through and click on the various boxes to make the different things happen. The next assignment that we had, or project that we had, was the virtual band with Brian Balmages. That was hosted by Smart Music. If you haven't seen that yet, you need a Chrome browser, but you can go on there and it is smartmusic.com/Brian-Balmages, which is BRIAN-BALMAGES. And if you go there, you can see 5 of his different band pieces, 3 of his different orchestra pieces. You can pull up the parts for them. You can record along with him, and he conducts through the different parts. It's a pretty fun little project. We did a video live stream over the Bellin lessons 1 through 8 last Thursday or Friday. I believe this is all kind of running together now, April 9th. That's still on Facebook Live. I'm working on trying to get that downloaded to YouTube so people without Facebook can see that. That's taking me a little bit of time. On Friday, April 10th, we had a live stream on brass and winds and keeping our chops going and playing through our different scales and the Bellin books, as well as the different patterns in the back of that. So that's something that you can look for. On April 13th, we had our first project for jazz students. That was shared on all the Facebook pages and reminds for jazz students. I don't know what the Delcrest one is off the top of my head. The Kerr one is at KerrJA. But that's over the chart Freddie Freeloader off the Miles Davis album Kind of Blue. And for the jazz band students, we had a video that you could watch along with the melody line and all of that. We'll have another video that goes out next week that talks about soloing in those different areas. The next day, we had our Record the Fight Song virtual project, and this is still going on. We're taking submissions all the way through next Friday. This is a really, really cool thing using a program called Flipgrid that allows you to record videos like you would on Snapchat with filters. You can blur out your face if you want. You just want to hear the music. And that goes to me and Mr. Johnson. No one else can see those videos. and we're going to edit those all together if we get enough and make a virtual band presentation of the fight song. So if you haven't seen that one yet, please go back to Facebook, look that one up, or on Remind. It's a really cool project. I think you guys will like it. The video that we put up yesterday was over 6/8 time. It was a review for the 7th and 8th graders. For the 6th graders, it was an introduction because we don't usually get to that until after spring break. But it talks about how to count all the different rhythms in 6/8 time that apply to the fight song, and then we go over the fight song counting. So if you didn't see that, again, YouTube Remind, hit that stuff up. Again, all of these projects are optional, but we want you guys to have a sense of purpose as musicians in this time. Any day that you can perform music is, sorry, I'm shaking the camera. Any day that you can perform music is a better day than if you can't. And we just want to give you opportunities and things that you can work on so you can better yourself as a musician, but also give yourself some goals. One more thing that I want to say, if you have anything that you need help with, please reach out. We have Google Meet where we can talk in a video chat kind of format, and that's really great if you are a drummer who needs help with stickings, or a clarinet or saxophone player needs help with fingerings. That's a super awesome thing. Google Voice, you can call myself or Mr. Johnson. Remind, you can send us text messages. And then our emails, as always, you can send us an email. Please reach out. If it's something that's not band related, you're worried about food or shelter or something like that, you can still send us a message. And even though we can't help, we can reach out to site administrators and see what we can do to help get you connected to programs. We care about you guys, and we miss you every day. Stay safe out there. Have a good one.